Hello and welcome to Warcraft Daily for today, the 25th of October 2013. So in today's news we have a new build of the patch 5.4.1 PTR, a whole bunch of blue talk on connected realms and LFR queue times, and then some more stuff for the PvP people because they just need to get a new change every single day. Which is great, because I get lots to talk about. So anyway, patch 5.4.1 is coming, so yes, looks like it's on the horizon. Now it's mainly the recruit friend patch, so all I can really do is show you the new UI, I'll flash it up on the screen. Perhaps I'll get a video on it, like, soon, but maybe not. I'm not really sure it's the sort of biggest thing to talk about. Now, let's look at some of the new pets we can get. There are the golden pig, which is, rather unsurprisingly, just a big golden pig. Honestly, I think it's a bit weird the way it's so untextured. Then there's the silver pig, which is just a white silver pig. Again, I don't really like these two pets because, I guess the texturing, but I suppose maybe that's what they're going for. I'm not sure. But then we have two pretty cool ones. There's the Jade Tiger, which is just kind of greenish Jade Tiger. It looks pretty cool, actually. And finally, the Zipao Tiger, which is another pretty cool tiger. Now, according to MMO Champion here, they said that a lot of these, or some of these, were used as exclusive promotions in Asia. So it's nice that they're opening it up to everyone else. And since they've already been made, it's not like it's taken away from dev time at the minute. So that's pretty good. Now, in addition to these, you can also get a whole bunch of new mounts. There's the Emerald Hippogriff, and there's the Rocket, the Zephyra. I think there's some other kind of pet. Basically, there's a whole bunch of mounts as well. You can get the current mount or any of the previous ones, whichever one you want. And the way that works is that you get a coin, and this is probably when your friend buys their first month. Now, this coin will allow you to buy one of the items. Now, I think it's just one from the various mounts and pets, and not one mount and one pet. I think it's just one of the whole pool. Which is a bit strange to me because I would imagine most people would choose the mount since they seem to have a little bit more value. Hell, even on the pet and mount store, Blizzard plays more value on the mounts, so it certainly makes sense that more people would be buying the mounts. Now, in terms of other things for this patch, well, it's 3 GB and includes every single other Mists of Pandaria patch, so that should hopefully take the size of your game file down quite a little bit, which will be nice. And other than this, I just expect that it has some hotfixes, or, just general little tweaks and things that can't be covered by hotfixes, or updating tooltips to reflect hotfixes, that kind of thing. Basically anything that requires a client-side change and doesn't really work with a server-side one. So, yeah, I'd imagine that's what they'll do. It's interesting, though. This is probably coming out quite soon. The reason I say that is because this week, Siege of Orgrimmar was opened up to everyone, and within a week or two, well, maybe this is, within a month, most people will have killed Garrosh, or at least most people who want to probably will have killed Garrosh, at least those who are active at the minute. Now this means that patch 5.5 has got to come out relatively soon, or at least they need to start the new cycle kind of hype train for it soon enough, which just makes me think they need to get 5.4.1 pushed to the live game rather quickly so they can start talking about 5.5. I would imagine 5.5 will be announced before BlizzCon. That said, BlizzCon is in like 2 and a bit weeks, which is kind of scary. So, yeah, good stuff. Hopefully 5.5 is good. 5.4.1 just a little RAF thing. Really, the main thing is just bring it into the game client instead of a website, which I suppose is fair enough. Now next, let's talk about the blues. So first, this is about LFR queue time. Blizzard said that it varies a lot, and a lot of it's based on the time of day. Now here's my advice. Queue on the reset day. Now the reason you do this is because there's more people waiting for LFR because, it's the reset day. Everyone wants to jump in as quickly as they can, and that should make the queue more reliably shorter. The reason I say more reliably shorter is that you could jump in on a low pop day, and it could have just, the queue could be non-existent, so it's really just, there's like a group that's kind of currently forming, and you could get in near the very end of that and have a 5-minute queue if you were lucky. But what I'm going to say is the reset day is more reliably shorter because there's a lot of people going in, there's a lot of groups forming, and the other reason you want to do it on reset day is because that's when people are going through with their mains. That means that first, better geared characters, and second, generally the more skilled kind of people are the ones that want to get their mains through that as quickly as possible so they can use any new upgrades for the following week. That's what I imagine anyway, and in general it's worked for me. You probably noticed with my LFR guides, every single kill has been extremely smooth. That's because I go in 15 minutes after the server opens up on the new LFR day. Of course, it won't be that pronounced the fact now that there's no new wings coming out, but it will still help. Anyway, I don't normally do LFR, it's just something that sort of irregularly happens. Now, they also said that all the realms that are merging so far have been PvP, mainly because they needed to start somewhere. Now that's cool, but one thing I was thinking, in PvE, I don't really know if server population matters as much. In some ways, like, World PvP is kind of an extra layer of gameplay that revolves around the amount of people on your server, so perhaps, like, World PvP is one of the reasons why they started prioritizing PvP servers. That said, they've been putting so little emphasis on World PvP that I don't really know if that's true. Honestly, I've never played endgame PvP servers, so I can't really speak too much about it. But yeah, hopefully they start moving it onto the PvE realms as well and just get everyone moved up. So yeah, it's okay. But that said, like, a lot of the endgame content is via queue and it's match made with a lot of people, so perhaps it's fine. Yeah, alright, now the next thing is that so far they have been connecting low pop realms, and they said that they'll be adding more and more together just to make healthy realms. Now this was in response to someone asking why they hadn't added a low pop to a high pop. Now in my, opinion, I think it's better to not disrupt any healthy servers that are already quite big by adding in a low population server. I think what they should do is just get all the low population ones and stick them all together, which is what they're doing at the minute. Now they're only really connecting them one at a time, maybe that's just a technical limitation. But after a few mergers, new connected realms should be very healthy and will probably be made up of multiple realms. We can already see right now there's some connected realms that are made of 3 constituent realms, so yeah, definitely makes sense. Now, finally, the last thing to talk about is PvP stuff, and there's been a little bit of a hotfix with dampening. I'm not too sure when this is coming in, but essentially they've made it so that at 20 minutes the team with the least players will lose. And this avoids draws where a team that, say, loses a player very early on, or maybe a player disconnects, plays ultra defensively to avoid the loss, so they basically wait out the 20 minutes. And overall, this sounds like quite a reasonable change, especially since dampening will reduce the chance of a match actually getting to that point. Hell, even with all those massive healing reductions, I don't really know how a team of 2 would be able to survive against a team of 3 for so long, but hey, whatever, it seems to be a thing. But yeah, that's really it for today's show. I don't really have anything else to say, so that's it. Thanks for watching. If you liked, please like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time.